Hello everybody, this is Kyrix with another edition of This Week in Kyrix. Today is Thursday, August 2nd, 2018, and it is for the day of Wednesday, August 1st, 2018. And oh boy, it's kind of been a week for me. Monday, me and Eisen and another one of his friends got together and were working on our project. It was the first time the other guy made it since the very first episode. Which was fraught with some issues, let me tell you. But, oh, there's some fun shit in those recordings. But, we did our whole thing Monday. We actually got quite a bit done. We've been doing what I've referred to as the shopping list, where we do a bunch of side quests and shit before diving into the real game. We've gotten enough of the shopping list done that I've hit most of the beats I want to hit. So, Tuesday was supposed to be the first story episode, but a lot of things kind of went awry. For starters, Eisen didn't get much sleep the day before, so he was kind of out of it. The other guy, GM, decided, like there was a Warcraft thing, I think, and he wanted to do that, which is fine, you know? We all have other games we play. And I was a twofer! First off, my computer had been crashing when I opened up, specifically YouTube videos, but it did it with other stuff too. Anytime I opened up an internet window, the computer would start to lag, and then, if I left it alone, crash, so I had to keep resetting it. So I basically decided to do an error check, because I only seen it do that with the what's-it files, the internet files, but there's nothing to say it wouldn't do that in the middle of the game we were playing. I almost said the title. I keep it secret, so you got a reason to go to Eisen's channel. Not that it's going to be up anytime soon. But it's not mine to talk about, so I don't. But yes, I was worried it would crash the game as well in the middle of recording, and that would be bad because I'm the host of the game, so if I go down, we all go down. You know? I'm the anchor. Which we all agreed was kind of a lousy idea, but Eisen has the somewhat sketchy internet, so his was a bad idea. And GM, while he's the stable internet, wasn't able to make it for like 3 weeks. So we could have either put the thing on stall or had me do it. And we opted to have me do it. But, so yeah, we missed Tuesday, which is fine. It happens. You know, I mean, this game was on stall for like 2 to 4 weeks as it was before we even started it. So, yeah, that shit like that does happen. Let's talk Pokemon. I actually swept at Pokemon again. The tournament this week was Alola only. Not necessarily Alolan variants, but only things that debuted in Alola. So, Alolan variants and Pokemon new to the game via Alola. And I had a really solid team. Salazzle fucking Sizzle earned her spot. I don't know how often I'll use her, because I have a lot of good fire types, but she's still really good. Oh, by the way, I didn't do that on purpose. I set the control down to get a drink. But my Sand Slash, oh boy, he pulled his fucking weight. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with the Alola team. And we had a couple people who were all tied, so I basically picked the new guy to do the next one. For the record, for those who don't watch, which is everyone, but basically whoever is curious, the new setup we have is the loser of the tournament gets to pick the next tournament, because it helps other people besides me and 2 other guys. Well, a girl and a guy, really. It helps keep just the 3 of us from deciding every match, and it gives the people who lost a chance to stack the deck in their favor and maybe come out on top next week. And he decided dragon types only, and I did clarify this, he is not excluding Mega Altaria, which is a dragon fairy type. For those who don't know, the fairy type was created specifically to kill dragon types. And its little perk is that dragon type moves, not dragon attacks, meaning attack from dragon types, but moves that are specifically typed as dragon, just do not do shit to fairies. It just bounces right off them harmlessly. So, if anyone brings Mega Altaria, it's gonna be a brawl. That being said, most of the Pokemon that I was planning to use anyway are faster than Mega Altaria, so I'm not worried. And, yeah, I think I can pull it off. And if I can't, oh well, I don't have to win every fucking week, you know? I'm allowed to lose. Hell, I've had weeks where I came out at a net loss, where I lost more than I won. And that was even in things where I had more than 2 matches. I actually had 4 this week. I did real good for myself. Well, I had 4 scored matches, and I had 1 unscored because I fought the same person twice. It only counts if you fight a person once, but I'm usually not too hung up on that I won't give a person a rematch, or even ask for one. Matter of fact, something I do frequently, because we're scored on these, for monthly rankings kind of thing, is if I lose to someone, I'll ask for a rematch, because I can still win off of them and get a point, and likewise, if they want to try against me, they can, you know. Now, don't get me wrong, neither side throws the match. It's not like, you gave me a win, I'll give you one. You know, you still gotta earn it. But I do that sometimes. And if it's a really good match, sometimes I'll have it more than once. But I really need to have a talk, like start up a workshop or something on how to move Winkles, on how to successfully breed good Pokemon, and maybe hand out some breeders, as it were, because typically I have heavy sweeps, like I'll take out 6 of theirs, get down Winkles, compared to 1 or 2 of mine. Like, hard, fucking blatant, I whooped your ass sweeps. And while that can be good for your self-esteem, it's not very good for competitive. You know, it's not what you want in a competitive scenario. You really want opponents who will every single time take you to the fucking limit and make you better. Because I like when opponents can take me to the limit, because that means either I get better or I get fucking used to losing. And I don't like losing, so I get better. You know? Now, speaking of competition, I've got some HeroClix news. But Kyrix, you retired from HeroClix. I did. However, HeroClix has really been on the downswing lately. And it's not entirely due to the fault of, you know, our judge. It's also very much fucking WizKids pulling their bullshit. You know, WizKids does a lot of fucked up shit, a lot of stupid, questionable decisions, and it's hurting the brand. You know what I mean? But a big part of the problem, because basically the judge got on the text message machine and basically said, guys, this is bullshit. We gotta think of something or HeroClix is dead. You know, we gotta do something for attendance. Maybe we switch days. Because we were doing good on Wednesdays. And then he switched to Tuesdays, and I left, and it just went downhill from there. But I basically piped in and said, if you want, depending on what day you pick, like I can't do Tuesdays, I can't do Mondays, and I can do all but one Saturday a month. I'll get into why in a minute. But I said, basically, if you want me to, I will take over as full-time judge. Because that way I don't have to play. I don't have to spend any money on figures. And we can have a judge who will show up on time, every time. Because I'm local. If I have to, I could ride a bike up there, I can catch a bus. I could walk if I leave early enough. You know? And he basically said, look, at this point I'm willing to entertain the idea of not being the judge if it means we keep going. I seriously think that him not judging correctly is a huge reason why HeroClix is going down. Because he, and this gets on my nerves so bad when he does this shit. He will dismiss and guilt trip you for any reason you have for not showing up, right? Doesn't matter how legitimate the reason is, it's not good enough. It's not a good enough reason to not make the clicks, you know? Like, my friend, Skinner, I was searching for... Did he have a name here that we used? Yes, Skinner. Skinner had a job at Save-A-Lot for a while. And he couldn't make a lot of the tournaments because they wouldn't schedule him. So the judge basically said, just lie. Tell them you've got church or something. They can't like not let you go or something like that. And of course we're like, no, he's not gonna do that, etc. And he thought it was stupid. So when someone else does it, it's not okay to miss HeroClix to make extra money at work. And yet, more times than I care to think about, oh, we're not going to have clicks this week because I picked up another shift at work. Not they called me into work, he picked up another shift. He purposely took extra time on his shift. Yeah. But we're the assholes for skipping clicks. It angers me when double standards like that are a thing. Yeah, for those that don't know, double standards piss me off hard. So hard. I hate them. I hate double standards more than just about anything. And if a double standard, if I'm pointed out to hold a double standard, I will do everything in my power to do something to just pick one side or the other. I don't like double standards. It's bullshit. You know? It just goes against the entire concept of fairness to have a double standard. That one thing gets this, but the other thing doesn't, you know? And I actually have a double standard with my pets, and it pisses me off that when Willow or Oreo curls up in my blanket, it's adorable. When Maya does it, I get mad. I don't know why, but I do. The closest thing I have to a valid excuse for that is the dog smells like stale corn chips, and she makes my blankets smell like stale corn chips. You know? So... But that's really not necessarily a valid excuse for being so pissed at her. And I try my best to deal with that. I haven't been successful, but the attempt is being made, you know? You gotta start somewhere. So, there is every chance that in the near future, not sure how near, but near, I will be judging clicks. You know, and that'd be kind of cool. I do miss hanging out with everyone to an extent. You know, I've gone over the reasons that I don't miss being there. But there are also many reasons why I do miss being there. Anything else I want to toss out? Yes. Anything else? Iron ore, dirt, cobblestone. Sure. Also sure. Anything else? Don't need this either. Perfect. So yeah, HeroClix judging might be back on the docket. I won't be playing, but I will be judging. I'm still waiting to hear back on what the player consensus is on that. We're still switching the day. What we can do, or what I can do, depends on the day. Like I said, one Saturday a month, I can't judge. But I also said that if we stop before, like well before 7 p.m., it won't conflict with my once-a-month Star Trek tournament, so I can judge every Saturday. And for those who, for whatever reason, are keeping track of the fact that Star Trek starts at 7, Kyrix, why 7? Won't that make you late? No, because the place we play HeroClix is literally 2 stores down in a strip mall from where I play Star Trek. I can just pick up my shit, walk, and be there, and not miss a beat. But having me as a judge will be numerous things. Because for one thing, I take it a lot more seriously than the other guy did. He was very laid back and lackadaisical about it, which he's that way about just about everything. I can't speak for how if he's that way at work. I imagine not, but I've never seen him at work, and I'd really care not to. Because you don't visit your friend at work when they're in a hospital. you know. And if I see him in a work environment, chances are it's because I'm in a hospital. And if I'm at his hospital, something's gone horribly wrong because he's in another county entirely from me. Speaking of counties, Tuesday. Oh boy. So Kyrix, why were you so sleepy Tuesday that you couldn't do your recording session? Well, I'll tell you, imaginary viewer. I had to go to Largo for a meeting, as it were. The meeting was about basically I had my aunt had gotten me this I don't want to say audience, but I can't really think of a better word for it. This an appointment with these people who help with disability and whatnot. And I, of course, had to make it in on time. So I went up, spent some of the last on money on a day pass. No big deal. She told me ahead of time that she was going to reimburse me for the pass. So I didn't lose anything in doing this. But anyway, I got in there and did my appointment, as it were. And it was a lot of stuff about assistance for people on disability. Like, hold on. Like, she hooked me up with classes and stuff, vocational rehab numbers, things of that nature that would be useful for helping to get work, to get food pantry numbers, a cooking class, more on that in a minute, and so on. Oh, god damn it, I can't breathe. Ah, that's why. But yeah, I went up there, I did all that. I got vocational rehab numbers, I got some other stuff. I'm actually going to be going back up to Largo on the 3rd for multiple reasons. Some of which involves that, doing paperwork and whatnot with my aunt, that we really didn't have time to do Tuesday because I had to get back for Pokemon, she had shit to do, you know, it was just kind of a hectic day all around, really. But we're also looking in, once again, to getting me the bus pass thing, the $11 bus pass. Because I'm starting to use the bus more often again. And I explained to her that I was looking into getting that before, but like the month that I was going to get it, they decided to change the bus schedule to a point, or the bus routes rather, to a point where it would no longer benefit me to use it. And that was dumb. Oops. So that's a thing. But anyway, on Pokemon, I'm going to have to start training up some more Dragon types, which is fine. I kind of have a lot of gaps in my Dragon decks, as it were. I have a couple good ones that I could run. I've got a bunch of legendaries that I could run, but I'd rather use, you know, mundanes if I can. Just seems fairer that way. Plus, part of the point of the tournaments is to get new shit to use. I mean, it's nice to know that, hey, I can just run this same old crap every single day. But eventually, you kind of gotta not do that, you know? Got that fucking Katy Perry song Fireworks stuck in my head. I don't remember what made me listen to it, but it's been in my head for like 3 days. And that's a thing. Whether I want it to be or not. I actually saw one of her live performances, the Prismatic Tour or something, where she did that song, and she had an amazing costume for that. Just this really impressive dress. It was kind of cool to see. But anyway. Okay, good. So, library stuff. I've been doing stuff with the library. Specifically, I found out recently, I forget, it came up as a Facebook thing, the idea that there's an app that allows you to download books from the library, audiobooks. And I started looking into what that meant for the computer, etc., if it was just for the phone, for example, and it turns out there's a computer version as well. And some of the Star Wars books are on this as well. Like, I'm currently listening to Kenobi, which is a good book. It's one I've read before, but it's a good book, and I haven't read it in a while, and I want to hear it, you know. Okay, I think that, yeah. Perfect. Oops, wrong. I did a bad. Kyrix did, and I fucked up. Yep, I had a feeling that was the one. Okay, perfect. Oh no, I did a bad again. I'm so good at doing bad. Ha. Fuck you. I win. Okay. And this is where things get a little bit fucking dangerous. Okay. Alright, what we're gonna do, and I hate doing this, but I'm gonna make a hatch. Okay, cool, I can see that. And that's why there's a hatch, because I can't do anything else. But that's my cue that that is the safe area to come up for air. So... Not quite sure just yet how deep I want to make this fucking thing. I mean, I do want it pretty deep, but... Actually, yeah, this is supposed to be a terrarium, so it needs to be really deep. Like, stupid deep. So, one more of these. And it works. Yay, it works. Oops, hold on. Alright, let's do these corners so that I don't veer off into goddamn space. That looks creepy as shit. Let's count it again. Let's assume 5, and if there's more, I'll deal with that. Perfect. 5 was correct. And that was just enough of those, too. So part of me is kind of excited about getting back to HeroClix as a judge. Because the other perk of me being the judge as opposed to the current judge is the fact that this will allow him to do what he actually wants to do, which is play. Because he's not very good at just being a judge. He wants to play as well. As a matter of fact, when I've mentioned several times that the judge's job is to judge and not play, he gets indignant, like, well, I'm not going to drive 2 hours down here, not play. I'm like, well, then you're not judging correctly. Because we've had and we've all chewed him out over this, is the fact that he has made several tournaments where someone ends up with a bye round, not because there was an odd number of players, but because there was an even number of players and he wanted to play, so someone had to get a bye round for him to play. And we're like, dude, you're throwing off rankings by doing that. And naturally, he had no idea what any of us were talking about because it made perfect sense in his head. But with me there, I will not be playing. I will specifically not be playing. Because I am fucking retired. So, if there's an odd number of players, there's an odd number of players, you know. And also, I tend to focus more on the game itself, or not the game itself, but the judging itself. Because part of the problem is he'll be caught up in a conversation with someone, or he'll be in the middle of a match, and we'll try and give him points, like, yeah, wait a minute. Or we'll tell him the points, and he won't have been listening, you know. So with me there, it won't be just... it'll be when someone has points, I take the points down. I record the win, etc. You know. Plus, he starts late. He for whatever reason, usually because he's playing himself and he's setting up his own shit, he tends to start the matches really late. To the point where nobody waits on him to say go. And that's actually something that the Star Trek players have caught me on, is when I try and start the round before he says go, my response is basically, I'm sorry, I'm used to the HeroClix judge who wouldn't know what punctuality was if it punched him in the dick, you know. But, Sorry, I was focused. But anyway, again, having me there, you won't have to worry about matches starting late. You won't have to worry about, you know, the judge not taking your fucking score. You won't have to worry about lopsided matches, etc. So, it's just one of several areas I think I can improve the overall health of the game, for lack of a better word. I almost enclosed the whole bottom, like started to go, okay, here's the next layer of the bottom. But no, I need to wall it, not enclose it. One could be excused for thinking those are one and the same. One would be wrong. My wetness cube. The cube of moisture. But I'm all kinds of excited because a couple movies that I'm really hyped about are coming out. Like, apparently the Happy Time Murders are coming out this month. And of course, the one I'm really waiting for, The Meg. Because, really, I love me some shark movies. Most of them are dumb, so I'm very often burned by shark movies. I'm very often disappointed. Because for every Jaws or Deep Blue Sea out there, you get some really bullshit movies. Like, there was one that I could not watch more than 5 or 10 minutes of. Because the shark was roaring. Like, lion roar shark. Like, I don't care how fucking zoologically inept you are, you can tell that's not a fucking shark noise. If sharks even made a noise. Which I'm pretty sure they don't. Not positive, though, but I'm reasonably sure they don't make a noise. That's a lot of pumpkins. But yeah, I'm really hyped about the Meg. I saw the commercial for it. Not commercial, the trailer at one of the movies I saw, so I'm kind of hyped about that. I'm mad that I have to wait until the 14th to see it. Because not only am I seeing the movie, I'm seeing it cheaply, because I am poor. And I don't have infinite funds to throw on movies. Though the fact that I actually now have money to throw on movies at all, even cheap movies, is pretty damn impressive to me, considering how rough things have been for the past year or so. It has not been a very kind year to Kyrix. But it's getting better. Where the fuck's my air hole? Slurp. Air hole. So yeah, I've got the Meg, I've got the Happy Time Murders, I've got... Oh boy, I've got a lot of bullshit here. Perfect. Yeah, I'm gonna need some more, I would say more sand, but that ain't fucking happening. So, more dirt, probably. Lots more dirt. That's a big fucking cube of cubes. Fuck did I get cactus from? I mean, obviously the desert, but when? You know, I probably got it when I was collecting all that sand. That would make sense. Make a frightening amount of sense, actually. So yeah, I got Pokemon flowing, I've got the game with Aizen and Co. You know, I've got movies coming up, I've got a possible HeroClix judging, I might be getting monthly bus passes at a very good price, so I will be a lot more out and about in the future. The future. What the fuck is wrong with me? I know how to English. I promise. But, you know, in hindsight, this isn't going to be tall enough. I mean, I can make adjustments. I've still got some what's-its. I've still got plenty of blue glass. I can get... I can eventually get more, rather. But, yeah. Oops, no. That's not how you do it. So, I was watching Nintendo Capri Sun on the Runaway Guys channel, playing Pokemon Snap, and I need to stop doing that, because there is nothing in the world more frustrating as someone who's played the game than watching someone play that game blind, because they miss everything, and it's not their fault. They don't fucking know. You know, you can't hold them accountable for that shit, but I do it anyway. You know? Ignorance of the laws of Pokemon Snap is no excuse. You know what I'm saying? But no, it drives me up the fucking wall. And it's not just me, it's pretty much everyone. It's just... You miss so much stuff when you don't know what you're doing. And it is maddening. And it's not even just Pokemon Snap, it's a lot of blind Let's Plays in general. I have had a couple people bitching at me about shit like that on my channel. Especially in Valkyria Chronicles. I had one particular person, I don't fault the guy, I know how frustrating it can be. But I had one guy basically on every video telling me, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do this? I'm like, dude, it's a blind run. I've never played this far before. You know, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I didn't think to do that. It's like, oh, why didn't you use a sniper? I'm like, we were up against a big fuck-off tank. I didn't think a sniper would be useful. You know? Who snipes a tank? I'm like, this guy had a tank the size of a city. I thought a sniper would be a bad thing to have. I was wrong. Turns out my sniper would have been really goddamn useful. But I didn't know. How could I have known? There we go. Oh, I missed a spot. How did I miss a spot? Interesting. Obviously I missed it here. Is it a... Oh, okay. No, wait, that's not how. Hold on. Oh, sense is made. Okay, I know now. I know the bad that I did. But I've also been watching Chip Cheesem play Phantom Pain, which has inspired me to do a couple things on my own playthrough. He's really good at Metal Gear. But, Let me see here. I can't fucking see. There, that's better. So yeah, audiobooks, other stuff. You know, talking Star Trek a bit. Thinking about starting up a D&D game for many reasons. We'll see what materializes out of that. Hopefully I'll get to socialize with my friends soon, because that has not been a thing for several days. Because one of them has a broken mic, and they're working on getting that replaced. And another one had no internet for the past week, I guess? Month? Something like that. And he just got that back, but he won't be available till the weekend, so... Very sad. I miss my friends. And Sammy just... Part of our problem has always been scheduling. Plus, she's been a bit of a stress ball, which I've been trying to help with. You know? It's not fun when your friends are being stress balls. I mean, sometimes it's just really fucking unavoidable, but... It tends not to be a fun thing to have a stress ball of a friend. I'll worry about the ramifications of this little clusterfuck later. And there will be ramifications, of course. I'm going to break everything in my everywhere doing this. Just so you know. It's just one of those little facts of life. Oh shit, I overshot by the everything, actually. Still too much. Now it's too little. You know what, we'll do this the proper-ish way. Okay, we'll call this 0. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. 26! I can do 26. That's 20, right? Yeah, that's 20. Okay. Please don't crash and die. That would suck 1,000 dicks. Oof! So close. How close? Not that close. It'll work. It'll do what I need it to do. Now, about that thing. Oh, perfect. That's actually just what I needed. So many of them, too. And I thought this would be hard to find. Okay, 26. Stop. Stop. Probably need 26 of these flowers to do that with. Which shouldn't be too terribly hard to come across, I guess. There are a lot of them here. We probably have some in storage, too. I'll look in a minute. Oh, there's another one hiding from me. Shouldn't actually need too many more. Shouldn't even have to check storage if I'm right. Oh yeah, there's enough out here. Perfect. Now, let us... Where's the die? There's the die. Well, that's 26 of them, all right. Okay, I need more glass. You know what that means. Trip to the desert, yay! So yeah, it's been a moderately successful week. I did get a lot accomplished, all things considered. Tomorrow is going to be the really busy day, because like I said, I got to go back to Largo. That will involve things like checking up on Pokemon for the week, getting probably some food. I'm getting low on food. I wish they hadn't moved my food stamp day to the 4th, because back when it was on the 2nd, it was awesome because I would get it before I got my check, so there was never any risk at the start of the month anyway of me spending real money to get food when I have food stamp money. But now that's an ever-present danger, because here's the thing, I can spend money on anything, but food stamps is only good for food if you do it legally, you know. I mean, technically, it's, hey, if you buy me this bag, or if I buy you this bag of chips, will you give me $5 or whatever? But that's not really legal. And let's be honest, I don't really make enough that I can afford to do that anyway. You know? So, I have been duped by the system. Oh, is that sand? That is sand. Why is that sand? Why have I not harvested this? Very strange. Oh well. Don't get gift sand in your mouth. No word yet from my friend on whether we're going to go fishing this month or not. I would like to, but, you know, it's his everything, really. I don't even know if there's areas around here I could fish. I don't have a tackle box. I don't have the means to hook my own line, as it were. I don't know where bait shops are around here, though I suppose I could find them. And I don't own a fishing rod yet. Although there has been talk of getting me one. I don't know if he's going to get me one, or if I'm going to get me one, or what. But there has been talk of me getting my own rod. And I had fun last time. It's just a matter of how much fun he had going with me, because we did, on the one hand, I felt like we left early, but we really didn't, because he wasn't going to be able to stick around more than an hour longer anyway, you know. And this time I know what kind of sandwiches to pack. Yeah, he was pleasantly surprised to see that I had absolutely packed a fucking lunch for us. I had packed, I want to say 16 sandwiches. Oh, I love it. I'm actually just going to sit here for a little while and enjoy this. It's actually been rainy like this in Florida for the past couple days, and it has been beautiful. I fucking love it. It's been kind of shit to walk the dog in, but fuck it. I actually got caught in the rain going to Largo, because despite the weather being super rainy all week, it never crossed my mind to check the weather, because it seemed fine then. This is pretty. I'm going to take it. What is it? Ooh, blue orchid. I like it. It's very pretty. And I bet it'll make some really pretty glass later. It's probably the cyan glass. But with any luck, in the very near future, that vocational rehab will be able to hook me up with something, you know, either by training me or getting me a job or both. I don't really care what. I just want a job. If I can get a job, I can get a better computer, and if I can get a better computer, I can reopen my channel for real. Like, Sammy actually had contacted me and said, I think YouTube's being a butt and not giving me updates. I'm like, no, my channel's basically been hibernating for the past year after my computer crashed. It's like, oh, that sucks. I'm like, yeah, it does, but it's the world we live in. You know, if I were smart, I'd have spread that out. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna do that. Nope. None for you. See, I've been playing more Ground Zeroes, having a lot of fun with that. I've been playing Dokkan Battle. And ironically enough, I've been getting a lot of really powerful characters unlocked, whereas normally I wouldn't. Like, I've been doing a lot of the Dokkan Awakenings, I've been doing a lot of the hidden potential shit. They've got this event where they're basically handing out special members of the Ginyu Force and giving you special means to power them up, and I've been doing all those. I got most of Burger, I finished Goldo, I finished Captain Ginyu, Jace is today. Tomorrow's Raccoon, and then after that they have another makeup day where it's like, here, you can get the orbs for all the characters you missed, and I'm going to finish off Birder, and I will have the 5 members of the Ginyu Force at max power. And the perk of that is that they will then unlock a new Captain Ginyu that I can have as the 6th member of the team, so that they're all Ginyu Force members. Because one of the problems I've had with the Ginyu Force is I've been wanting to run them for a long time, but the problem is, the game demands teams of 6, and there are only 5 members, so usually what I'd do is I'd run the Ginyu Force and Frieza, or something like that. And, god damn it, well that's one less pumpkin in the world, because I don't feel like dealing with it again. In case you're wondering why I'm doing this, that's why. I wanted to break my shovel so I can make a new one. But, you can't double up on characters. Like, you can have a bunch of Gokus. Like, you can have Goku, you can have Super Saiyan Goku, Super Saiyan God Goku, Super Saiyan 2 Goku, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, you know, Super Kaioken Goku. You can have that. But you can't have 2 different Super Saiyan Gokus, you know? So, I couldn't have Captain Ginyu and Jace and Jace and Berter and Goldo. But I can have Jace, Berter, Goldo, Captain Ginyu, Raccoon, and Goku Ginyu, which is the 6th one. So I can have a full-on Ginyu Force team. The Goku Ginyu gives a bonus to all Ginyu Force members. Just period. And they have, like, 3 skills in common with each other that buffs them up even more, so. There is going to be a problem of getting the Goku Ginyu up to full power and all that, but I'll deal with that another day. Right now, I'll just focus on getting my full Ginyu Force and then make them strong later. Alrighty, perfect. Now we're gonna test a thing right quick because it does matter. I know I've done this already, but I'm gonna do it some more, so fuck it. Need some ladder. I know I have some ladder. Actually, I think this has already been tested for me. This is ladder attached to glass. Perfect, that's what I'm looking for. God, every time I go through that tunnel and see the dirt there, I feel like I'm at Epcot. It's kind of cool. They used to have a place at Epcot. They still have it, by the way. Don't get me wrong. It still exists. It's just not what it used to be. Called the Living Sea. It's one of the few things I remember as a child from Epcot. Let's be fair, Epcot's not the most memorable thing in the world. It's just not. It's a very pretty park. It's a beautiful park. If you've never seen Epcot, you need to see Epcot. It's gorgeous, but it's not an exciting place to be unless you're into multicultural shit. And I'm really not. You know, I'm a picky eater, so I don't care about the food. I don't drink, so I don't care about the beer. Because that's the big draw for most people. You talk to most people like, oh my god, Epcot! I like going to all the different countries and drinking their beer. You do you. Not for me, though. I don't beer. I don't beer at all. I could beer. I'm old enough. I have my ID. I just don't. I don't beer. You know? And as long as you're not an asshole drunk, I don't care if you beer. You know, unless you're my ride home, then I care. But, I don't do it myself. You know? Kind of a live and let drink kind of thing, I guess. I don't know. Fuck me, right? Okay. We're going to go a little bit of overtime because I want to get this done while I'm thinking about it. Get this hopped up onto YouTube. And then do Kyrix stuff for the day. Like, make some ramen because I have nothing else. That's actually a thing that came up during my interview. Is they were very interested in how my nutrition was going, you know. Which, hey, at least someone cares, right? Because, yeah. But it's been a reasonably good, if busy, week. Well, the problem is, all the busy shit always happens, like, on Monday and Tuesday, and then it just kind of goes straight to hell from there. Like, oh, welcome to the doldrums, Kyrix. Hope you enjoy doing absolutely nothing. All your friends are busy, and there's nothing on TV, you know? Probably because I don't really watch TV. I can't remember the last time I used my TV as a television watching device. Not counting DVDs and such. I mean, like, actually use the cable that's in the back of my television to watch programming. It was actually kind of relaxing, stupid as it seems. Oh yeah, I gotta set up the next one, huh? The good news is that since yellow doesn't require me to mine anything out of the ground, I can make more of these if I need them. And I mean, if I absolutely have to, I could go into creative and fuck around with it. That kind of eliminates the whole point. I mean, part of the reason of this is that this long, drag-ass system allows me to have time to ramble, which is what I'm here for, really. And this will be the last of it. Okay. So. Yep. Okay, good. Fuck! Why did I go in that direction? I mean, I made it, but Jesus Christ, why did I do that? So yeah, I got a big golden spire rising from the sea. Isn't that pretty? That'll be cool for later. Just gonna sit here and enjoy the fact that it's raining. Cause it's pretty. Well, I do still have this, I guess. Nope, food. May as well, right? Oh, it stopped raining. That's what sadness tastes like. Oh, well. My day of soggy awesome has come to an end. Alright, we're just gonna call it here. See you next time, everyone. Bye-bye.